Good morning YouTube, Xfile2708 here, and welcome to another video. Today's video, guys, is a tag response to a very good friend of mine, Steve, aka RetroGamerVX, and the tag is called As British as RetroGamerVX. So, in honour of the tag, I doted my best flat cap, my favourite cardigan, and my British walking stick. I did look to try and get a pipe as well, but I couldn't quite find that to go with the rest of the outfit. So, but there you go. That's a bit of fancy dress for today. So basically, there's 4 questions, guys, and basically, preceding each question is a British phrase that you have to say in your best British accent. Now, I'm a Midlander from the UK, so obviously this is my normal accent, but yeah, you need to do your best British accent for each of these phrases. So, the first phrase, guys, is just not my cup of tea. So that's the first one, and the question that goes with that is, have you ever brought a game that you were really excited about because of the hype, only to find out that it was a pile of dog turd? Probably the main one that springs to mind, it's going to be very controversial, but I will explain why, is Fallout on the current generation consoles. I brought that when I had my Xbox 360, but I was expecting, I hadn't really read any reviews. I'd just seen, the clips on the trailers on the TV commercials, etc. And I was under the impression that it was like a first person or third person shooter. I didn't know it had such a vast role playing element to it. So for me, role-playing games are my worst genre. I absolutely hate and detest them. I just haven't got the patience to build characters and big in-depth storylines and things like that. So Fallout for me was probably, I mean, it's hyped for a reason because it is such a good game graphically, and for those people that like role-playing, then it is a superb game. But for me, it was just really disappointing because it wasn't what I was expecting. But that was my fault, not really the fault of the game itself. So that was that one. The other one, which I was really looking forward to, I don't really know about the hype that came with it, because I didn't buy it back in the day. But since I got back into retro game and obviously been trying to do my full Mega Drive collection, one game that I was looking forward to was Outrun 2019. But again, I was really disappointed with it. Nothing like the original Outrun games, Outrun and Turbo Outrun, etc. And for me that was really disappointing because I was expecting a lot more from it. So those 2 games there, guys. The next one of my favourite sayings, one that I'm renowned for saying on my intros, is more tea, Vicar. So that's that one. And the question that goes with that is, what do your family think of your gaming / retro computer activities, and what are your responses to them? Luckily, my wife is very supportive. She even went out, brought this lovely cardigan for me, brought the flat cap as well. And when she's out and about on her travels, if she's in charity shops, etc., and she sees things, she's brought me like the Xbox steering wheel before, various games that she's seen that she'll ring me from the shop and ask if I need them for the collection, and she'll pick them up for me. So, very supportive wife. My 3 children are absolutely as barking mad about gaming and the old characters. So we can't go into any game shop without my youngest, who's not even 18 months yet, shouting Mario when he sees Mario at the various gaming posters in the shops. And both my other 2, who are 3 and 5, They've both got DS's and they love playing multiplayer Mario Kart with me, and they play Cooking Mama and the new Sonic compilations, Madagascar Racing, etc. They absolutely love time on the DS's. So it looks as though they'll be following in Daddy's footsteps. So that's that one. The third phrase is "We are not amused." So that's that one. And the question that goes with it: have you ever had a problem with a computer stroke peripheral or software and had a right carry on trying to get a refund or replacement? I was having a good think about this. I've not had any problems for quite some time, but there must be something to do with me and printers, because back in the day, the two problems that I can think about off the top of my head were relating to printers. The first one was a big, bulky, horrible old HP laser printer, I think it was, that I brought from one of my local classifieds when I lived down in Leamington years and years ago. I mean, it was an absolute beast of a printer, and it took two people to lift it into the boot of my car. It was that heavy. I got it home and it turned out it didn't work. I got in touch with the chap that I brought it from, and he just wasn't interested in giving me a refund at all. I ended up taking him to the small claims court. He didn't attend the hearing, and by all accounts he ended up with the bailiffs around his house to remove money to the goods, to the value of the goods. His family denied that he actually lived there, so I believe they went round to a shop that he ran and tried to get the goods, etc. But at the end of the day, I ended up 150 or 200 quid out of pocket for the court costs and the cost of the printer itself, and didn't get anything back, basically. So that was that story. And the other one was for one of my, I think it might have been my Amstrad 464. I brought a management tally printer, brand new, and I just had no end of problems with the printer. But after a while, badgering the shop, they did replace it, and all's well that ends well. So that was that one. And the last question, guys, or the last phrase, is in a London accent, or whatever accent you can get close, and it's "that bloke's a natter." Yes, that's that one. That's the last silly phrase that I've got to do. So the question is, do you have any strange routines before playing a game, especially when going for a record? I can't really say I have any strange routines. I know Steve mentioned that he puts on a combat jacket because he's preparing to go into battle, and Mark for here chews on the corner of a cartridge. The only thing that I do, which I think is more to do with my OCD and tidiness and things like that, is I have to make sure my chair is straight on with the TV. So down here in the games room, it has to be straight on with the CRT TV, and I have to make sure that my console is straight as well. If it's at a funny angle or something, then I'll just have to, move over to the unit that it's in and just straighten it up, the few millimetres that it might be out of line or something. So not really a routine, but it's a habit that's part of the OCD that I've got, that the chair has to be straight onto the telly, and the console has to be perfectly straight as well. So it's annoying that I'm like that, myself sometimes, but it does make for a tidy games room, which I suppose isn't a bad thing. So there we go. So thanks very much to RetroGamerVX for the superb and unique tag. Very enjoyable. So those of you that aren't subscribed to RetroGamerVX, link in the description box, head over, and if you like what you see, subscribe. In return, guys, I'm going to tag 3 YouTubers. Either if you haven't got time or you just don't want to do it, guys, obviously don't feel pressured, but if you want to join in the fun and have a bit of a laugh, then please feel free to post a video response to this video. And the 3 people I'm going to choose to tag is a guy called Junior D 1975, so you're tagged, matey. Next one is a good friend of mine, G Minty Fresh, so should be interesting hearing you do these British accents, matey, with your northern accent. And finally, a good friend of mine, John, aka The Stig. So you're tagged as well, matey. So, like I say, no pressure, guys. If you don't fancy doing it or you've already been tagged, it's not a problem. So, as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll put up another video shortly. Bye for now.